voicethread.com. And Voicethread is web-based. It allows you to upload photos or even snippets of video, I think, for the pay version. But the free version, upload a photo, and then you can record yourself commenting on the photo. So clearly this is great for students from very low levels. They can take topics like, my family or my daily routine or whatever, create these little slideshows. And what's great about Voicethread is that because it's web-based, it's stored online, which means that each presentation has its own web address, which makes it easy to share. So you don't have to faff around with huge files, multimedia files, and where do you store them and how do you let everybody see them, and you can't email them because they're too big. You have a unique web address that you can share with everybody, and even better, Voicethread is typical of these sort of Web 2.0 tools because you can leave comments. So students can go and visit each other's slideshows, and they can leave text comments, so little written comments on the various slides, and they can also record themselves leaving messages. So clearly, superior to things like Windows Movie Maker in that sense. Okay, if we move on to the next slide, Tanya. Okay, we've basically been talking through some of the things that we have in Lindsay and my book, Teaching Online, and you'll see there on the right, we're very proud. We heard on Monday that the book has been nominated for a British Council Innovation Award, which is called an ELTIM as well. So fingers crossed for that.
Yes.
And I think we have a final resource slide, which is you can find more information about teaching online, more ideas and activities and so on at those web addresses.
Yeah, sorry.
No, carry on.
Yeah, these are from the first one is the Delta, the publisher's site. There was a blog there that Nicky was keeping on Teaching Online, where she addressed certain issues and things about teaching online. They also have book extracts and activities, so you can try before you buy if you're interested in it. There are a few activities and extracts from the first section of the book, which is all about getting started teaching online. And finally, in each of our blogs, I have a blog called 6 Things, and Nicky has a blog called E-Moderation Station. We each put 6 of our favorite online activities. So I put 5 clicks there. And I think Nicky put My Window, My World in hers, but there are another 10 of them. So you can find out more there of sort of ideas and things to help get started.
Okay, and we've got 4 minutes for question time. Not long, but please go ahead. If you have any questions, Tanya will tell you what to do.
Okay, now in this case, you can either type in a question in the question box, or if you want to raise your hand, I could unmute you and you could ask a question. Okay, Brenda. All right. Well, just because a few questions are coming up, I'm going to unmute you in a second, Brenda. But people are asking if this webinar is going to be available. So we have been recording this webinar, and as soon as it's edited, we'll put it up on our YouTube channel, our English Central YouTube channel, and we'll also include a link to the recording in our upcoming electronic newsletter. So you could also find it on our website, www.englishcentral.net. We have a tab for teachers, and people can also click on that and find out what other webinars are up and if we have a recording of it up yet. Okay. Now I'm going to unmute you, Brenda, and you can ask your question. Brenda, can you hear us? Brenda? Oh, she's saying yes, it is you actually, Brenda. Okay. She says she didn't hit anything, so perhaps I'm just going to lower that hand after all. Okay. And the other hand's coming up. Yes, we have Ioli. Okay. Ioli, I'm going to unmute you. Ioli, are you there?
Yeah, I didn't ask anything.
Oh, okay. Your little hand popped up. Okay, so
I didn't touch it.
Oh, okay. We have a glitch here. All right. All right. Ina, I'm going to unmute you. Ina, are you there? Okay, Ina's not there. Maybe people, I don't know, accidentally hitting their hands here. So I'll go to a couple of the questions. Someone was asking earlier if the guest map websites are available. Is there a list of those in any of these resource links?
Yeah, we list a couple of them in the book. The one that we mentioned earlier is called BraveNet. So Brave, BRAVENET.com. If you want to put that down in the window for everybody, Tanya, so they can see it. Okay. So BraveNet, that's one. There's another one called Cluster Maps.
Okay, yeah.
Cluster Maps, which is www.clustr, cluster without the E, and then maps.
Sorry, what was that again?
www.cluster, so it's CLUSTR maps altogether.com.
Okay, so no dot between cluster and maps.
Exactly, yeah, altogether, and no
okay.
E in cluster. That's it.
And
then there's sorry, Lindsay.
There's a third one, www.mapservices.org.
Okay, I've sent that one out as well. Okay, yeah, and just to be clear, yes, we've had a couple more questions. Is this being recorded? Yes, it is definitely being recorded. And as soon as we finish editing it, we will post a link on our website and also in our upcoming electronic newsletter to tell you when it's available for viewing. There were a couple other questions. Somebody asked earlier, can students speak and listen in Google Groups?
I've only used Google Groups for text type sharing of documents and so on and so forth. I think for speaking and listening, something like Voicethread would be better, or a similar tool to Voicethread. I don't know if in Google Groups you can do that.
Yeah, that's my experience as well. I have also used Google Groups, and I would say no. Okay. Another question is, somebody asked earlier, forgive me, I can't remember, there's quite a long list of questions and comments at the moment, but somebody was asking about whether or not you do a needs analysis at the onset of the course to get to know students or find out a little bit more of what they're hoping to get out of the course.
Yeah, yes, of course. Yeah, go ahead, Nicky. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think whether it's online or face-to-face, you always do a needs analysis. I mean, you need to address your students' needs. What we do on our courses as well is we're very careful about expectations. This is very important because we're running 100% online courses. Now, it sometimes happens that if a course is 100% online, people's expectations can be a little bit strange. When I started teaching online about 10 years ago on an online MA program, I remember that the participants who were teachers, a couple of them, they were saying things like, you know, I want to have access to my tutor 24 hours a day. Well, I was the tutor. The student was in Latin America and I was in Spain, and I think, like, hang on a second, it's just not feasible that I'm online 24 hours a day. So sometimes if people don't have experience of online learning, they may have these very unrealistic expectations. Another one was, this was an online MA program, remember? Okay, so we're talking academic content. And one of the students on the course wanted to improve her pronunciation. So there was a total mismatch there between the expectation and the reality of the course. I mean, in an online MA program, you don't usually work on your pronunciation, so you work on that one.